Well, hello everyone and welcome back to another video of F1 2020 mod. This is the final one that I'll be making on F1 2019. Mainly because you guys know that the there is no language file in F1 2019, so I can't mod any of the language files. But first of all, you can probably see on screen, I've sort of semi-fixed the Haas. I haven't still been able to find a fix for the black thing being sort of a purple colour, but nevertheless I have fixed the red, so I will update that to race department along with the today's mod, and let's have a look at today's Racing Point Aston Martin car. So yes, here we are with the Racing Point Aston Martin car. It's sort of got a pink, light pink, the light green, and then sort of the dark green, and sort of the black. I find that stripe going along the right hand side actually quite nice. Obviously we've got AMR logos. I've sort of moved the BWT sponsorship to the around a bit. It should mean that Aston Martin, of course, is the main sponsor. So yes, I personally think I like this livery personally. Yes, although we have got a contradiction between, because of course the pink and the green don't really go that together, but it's not a bad livery. Actually driving, and you can see here we've got the AMR logo inside the BWT logo as well. I've kept the Racing Point sort of bullseye thing on the front as well. So yes, I personally like this livery, although I probably, if I was racing this, if I was Aston Martin Racing Point, probably switch out the pink. Simply because the pink and the green do not really go well together. But ultimately, they'll probably look to keep the pink, because the pink is considered as Racing Point. The green and the greens were as for Aston Martin. Excuse me.
To Germany for today's qualifying session at the famous Hockenheim ring. The pit lane lights will turn green in the next minute or two to signify the start of qualifying.
So here we go now for today's race. We're riding Sergio Perez, a man who's contracted with the team until 2024, and we're in the around Germany, a track who will sadly not be on the calendar next year, despite the fact that Verstappen fans voted it as the best race of the 2010s. My best race, 2011, I did do an episode in the Pit Lane podcast. I'll try and remember to do an I thing for those of you who missed my top 10 of the 2010s. Around the final corner, we're coming for P7. The Mercedes far too fast, of course. Bear in mind this is the baseline 2019 performance, and Hamilton, Vettel, Bottas is the one. Leclerc, his AI is a bit like Giovinazzi. His AI is woeful compared to what it should be in real life. But let's go and have a look for today's German Grand Prix.
The grandstands are full to capacity, and it's no surprise everyone is really excited to see what's going to happen.
Right, let's be patient going into turn one. We want to be in a good position for the rest of the race.
Thank you, Jeff. And today's race is a one-stop as usual. We're moving from soft to mediums. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold on one. Lights out and away we go for the German Grand Prix. And it's an okay start. I mean, we've had better on F1 2019, but we're going to go around the outside now of the of Max Verstappen. There's a bit of contact there, and there's a yellow flag out, and I believe what looks like one of the Williams is out of the Grand Prix. I think it's Russell. He goes down the inside and he's going to get mullered. It's actually Ricciardo who takes him out there, the Australian who's somehow last place in this Grand Prix. well, apart from Kubica. So Russell's already been mullered by Ricciardo, and you can see, oh my goodness, great, they're going 4 wide. Well, they were going 4 wide. The Racing Point is trying to get involved with Verstappen. I think there's a McLaren involved as well. We're trying to overtake the Ferrari, Charles Leclerc. It's not going to be easy to overtake him and keep the Aston Martin. I think they were looking at 5 wide, maybe at one point, but they all settle down. The Haas tries to go around of Magnussen, tries to go around the outside of Verstappen. He doesn't get to do so, and Verstappen manages to keep visit P7. We're going in the grass. Where am I going? And that allows Verstappen to close up into the braking point. We will get Verstappen room. We're still going side by side. However, we will use the Mercedes engine and traction and kindly move up in retain P6. The Magnussen is waiting to pounce should one of us miss out on a position or mess up, then we will be in trouble. Once again, Verstappen and I keep battling throughout this sequence of corners, of course, but Verstappen never makes it through. And this is Robert Kubica, and fair play to Kubica, he's actually not falling behind Ricciardo. Ricciardo is having an absolutely woeful Grand Prix, not sure what's happening to him, but eventually Ricciardo just gets the traction down, and Kubica has to suffer. Moving to lap 5 now, it's Lando Norris now is on the lead move of Max Verstappen. He's going to force Verstappen wide into turn 1 and take away P7 from the Dutch driver as we come into the pits at the end of lap 5 for our one and only pit stop onto a set of medium tyres. Everybody else is going to continue on, so hopefully we can get sort of semi-undercut on the drivers ahead and see what we can do. Into the pits we come. I haven't changed any of the liveries or anything else. It's just this is only a livery change, I should stress, with this series. If you missed any of the other series, there's an AlphaTauri one, and also I did a Haas one, as you already seen as well. I'll try and remember to do an eye thing so you can go and see the thing. You've got yellow flags behind us. I think somebody is out the race. So we're catching up now to Verstappen, who came up the pits ahead of us, but we are just going to breeze past with DRS. Although Verstappen is going to come back to us into the corner, we are going to go past once again the Dutch driver and move back up into P12. Now, further up the road, Lewis Hamilton was leading this Grand Prix, but unfortunately for Hamilton, he's decided that to be on hard tyres in a 25% race. Again, we've had this before. I mean, he's not the only one. As we follow Kevin Magnussen, we're looking at Pierre Gasly in the AlphaTauri car. He is also on hard tyres. He's been chased down by the McLaren of Carlos Sainz. Sainz is going to go around the outside of the Frenchman, and he's going to get the move done on the AlphaTauri car. As Verstappen now is getting really racy, moving to lap 9, and Verstappen is round there. Let's go replay. I think that was a race. That was all Verstappen, really. He should have seen it. He should have left out thing. And then also, while was that happening, Lewis Hamilton is now battling Valtteri Bottas for the lead of the Grand Prix. Well, not the lead, second place even. Leclerc is not that far behind. Albon a few years behind. And we're moving to our teammate, Lance Stroll, who's finally caught up to Gasly, who's just a bottleneck for all the drivers. You can see Kvyat and Grosjean are having a bang with Giovinazzi. Behind us, they've all got DRS of each other. The fact that the hard tyres are going that slowly. Giovinazzi looks like he's on hard tyres as well. So the Italian will be struggling compared to thing. And this is Valtteri Bottas, who's now ahead of Lewis Hamilton. This is chasing down Sebastian Vettel. No moment there for Leclerc just yet. And that was actually it for the race. Leclerc retired with an engine problem, so that promoted Albon to P4, ourselves to P5. Hulkenberg got ahead of Norris in the end as we cut across the grass, the corner. P5 is actually the most successful we've had for this series. And we take to the grass. P5, not bad at all. So there are the race results. Bottas won the Grand Prix in the end, as I was expect. Mercedes far too fast for Ferrari. Vettel, Hamilton, Albon, with Verstappen managed to come back to 10th place. So yes, that's going to be it for this series of F120 mod. We'll be back on F1 2018 as soon as Chris Dix revealed his mod with some challenges and so on. If you want me to do a career mode, then you're going to let me know in the comments below what you want to see from an F1 2020 mod on F1 2018. But that's going to be it. I'll see you next time. Take care. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day and goodbye.